fight that he can fight, the only correct fight that he can fight, he does have a chance, and I think he could be victorious.
Early in his career, he had a problem with that and was much more comfortable counterpunching.
And he has very good skills. He's one of my favorite boxers.
Welcome back to Box Talk. I'm filming on my phone because my camera is dead, but I really want to discuss very briefly the Canelo versus Crawford fight that's happening this weekend, September 13th at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. If you enjoyed this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to comment down below what you would like to see next. And I also want to hear your predictions for how this fight is going to go out, as well as hit the bell icon so you'll be notified the next time I post a Box Talk video. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. So Canelo versus Crawford is finally happening. This is the fight week. The weigh-ins are going to happen this week. Probably another press conference. There was a face-off that happened a couple days ago with Dana White, Turki Al-Sheikh, as well as Canelo and Crawford themselves. This was in Las Vegas. I've been watching a bunch of videos over the past couple of days on other fighters and coaches' perspectives on this fight and what they think is going to happen.
If Canelo fights the absolute correct fight that he can fight, the only correct fight that he can fight, he does have a chance, and I think he could be victorious.
In terms of cutting off the ring, last fight notwithstanding, Canelo has gotten much better at cutting off the ring. But, early in his career, he had a problem with that and was much more comfortable counterpunching. But overall, I have to say Crawford. If you go down the list and ask me about tactical advantages, most of them are Crawford.
About size of Crawford, is it okay for him to move up for 2 weight classes, yeah, or not? But then I saw him in Dubai maybe a month ago. I saw him. He's big, and he has very good skills. He's one of my favorite boxers. He able to win this fight.
And I want to get my opinion out about it, and let's see if I'm correct about the fight, if what I think is going to happen happens or not. So my perspective, I think this fight might come out, believe it or not, it could probably come out as a draw. I rewatched the Plant versus Canelo fight, and it looked like Plant had a lot of skills that were outskilling Canelo, but Canelo had the better gas tank. And I think if Plant had a better and bigger gas tank than Canelo, it could have went by decision, honestly. And I think Plant had what it took skill-wise to beat Canelo. But here we are now with the skill versus brawl mindset that everyone's having with this fight, saying Canelo has a size, Canelo has a size, Crawford has the skills, Crawford has the skills. So it really, at this point, if Canelo has the skills for this fight, able to adapt to Crawford's switch stances, as well as his fluid movement, his counter punching, then Canelo, of course, will be able to dog throughout this fight, no problem. But then you also have Crawford. If he can take the punch from Canelo, if he can take the hooks, the body punches, then we can see Crawford coming out of this fight, no problem. And I honestly think that this fight could possibly become a draw. It could be a majority draw or a unanimous draw. It's a possibility. And I think if that does happen, more than likely they're going to set up a trilogy fight. And I've been kind of thinking about that for some time, because I do see this fight turning into a trilogy due to how much money this fight is already making. It's already going to be the third biggest gate since the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight, as well as I can't remember what the other fight was, but I'm going to place it right here. Other than that, this fight's going to be massive. It's going to be broadcasted throughout Netflix subscribers. So we all know the entire world is going to be watching this, not only because of Crawford, but because of Canelo. Canelo, every single time he fights, the world stops. So this is going to be no short of that. And to be watching it on Netflix, only having a Netflix subscription, which most people in the household have, a lot of people are going to be tuning into this fight. And a lot of people's decisions are going to, lean either onto Canelo or Crawford due to, like I said, skill or size. But I think this could be a draw. Just saying. If anything were to happen, if it goes unanimous decision, it might go to Terrence Crawford if it makes it that far. If it goes very short, it's more than likely going to go Canelo. It's going to go in his favor because of his size, his strength, and the amount of people he's put out in his career who are of high status. Terrence Crawford hasn't put out people of high status like Canelo. Not saying Terrence Crawford hasn't put people out of high status. He definitely has. Terrence Crawford and Canelo is happening this week. I'm actually very anxious to see what's going to happen because we don't know what's going to happen. This is a fighter going up different levels of weight classes to fight the best of the best. And I got to give my props to Terrence Crawford for even doing it. But also, we got to remember, this has just happened not too long ago, and it's happening again. We have Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Maybe not on the same level, but the weight class disparity did not mean much. Remember that. The weight class disparity did not mean much. Conor Benn came to scrap, and he survived all 12 rounds. Even though he did lose, he still came and fought like a dog. That's how Terrence Crawford is going to come out during this fight. And if he has a strong chin, his chin was a little bit questionable against Gamboa, but that's because he was being cocky, whatever, he got caught. Against Canelo Alvarez, I think he could stand a chance. He can make it to all 12 rounds. And if he outpoints him, then he can be in the discussion as the greatest of all time. Not only that, he's already in a lot of people's number one pound for pound, but he will definitely be up there in the conversations of the greatest of all time if he beats Canelo Alvarez. More than likely, what I think is going to happen, mark my words, I'm just saying this now, but I think this could be a draw only because of the money that this fight could make. But I stand corrected. This is me talking in the future. Whoever wins, I apologize for pissing y'all off, but this is my opinion. I want to hear yours down below in the comments, as well as hit that like button and the subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified the next time that I post a BoxTalk video. I'm Ray the Commentator. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video.